Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do. We got some other things to talk about first, though. Johnny, we got Pod Slam coming up at you.
Pod Slam coming up at you, you say.
That's right. Pod Slam is the 5th annual Pod Slam podcast marathon benefiting Connor's Cure. We are attempting. What is Connor's Cure, you're wondering?
No, I know. I've done Pod Slam for 5 years.
That's true. But if you're not wondering, I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Okay.
Connor's Cure is a charitable organization that supports pediatric cancer research.
Yeah, I know.
So this is our 5th year doing a podcast marathon benefiting them. It's gonna be 12 hours. It's gonna be here in Chicago. It's gonna be at IO Theater. It's gonna be at 12 o'clock p.m. kicking off with my other favorite podcast, Let Sleeping Dogs Lie. Maybe,
oh, nice.
Maybe you've heard of it. And we're going until midnight that very same day. Tickets are $10.
Who's the cast for Sleeping Dogs? And do you need someone?
Do you want to be on it?
I could be persuaded.
You heard it here live first, folks. Johnny's going to be on the cast. Who else is going to be on it? Connor Doyle. Who else is going to be on it? I don't know. I haven't asked anybody else yet. But I've got 2 in the bag, probably. It's going to be I guarantee it'll be an all-star cast.
Okay. I buy it.
Thank you. And if you can't be there in person to buy it, you can go online to arcadeaudio.net/podslam and you can donate online for free. Yeah.
Nice.
Johnny, I got something else for you.
Okay.
And it's something for both of us.
Okay.
And it's a very nice iTunes review from our good friend James Wilkinson.
Oh, nice.
James, we want to thank you. Here's the title of James's nice little iTunes review. Move over, McElroys. There are new good boys in town, and the town is called Great Podcastville. That's the title.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
When did the McElroys start?
Before us, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit before us.
I'll
Maybe
allow
like
it.
up to 5 years before us, but no more than 5 years. Maybe
Before us? 5 years
maybe 3
before
years.
us?
Maybe 3 years before us. Well, you look that up, and while you're doing that, I'll read this review. Dilettante Ball is one of my favorite podcasts. I found it through Johnny's other podcast, Campaign, and very quickly went through the large backlog of old episodes.
Oof.
There are so many wonderful things about this podcast. Johnny has the best laugh in podcasts.
Aww.
Spencer is the sweetest boy this side of the Mississippi. Listening to their episodes feels like chatting with a couple of old friends after a house party just ended. It always feels like a safe space. It makes my stress and anxiety melt away. I highly recommend. 10 out of 10, good boys time.
That's so nice. Thank
Very
you
nice
so much.
and sincere iTunes review.
Yeah.
And fuck the McElroys.
They started in April 2010. So they did get
by
us
a couple years.
They did get us beat by a couple years.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's like 3 of them though. So
That's true.
wait, that's bad.
Well, no. So on average,
They've put out more content per capita.
well, no.
No.
I think if you take
Interesting.
8 divided by 3
is less than 6, 7.
Sorry, 9 divided by 3 is less than
7 divided by 2.
Is that true?
7 divided by 2 is
3.5.
3.5. Got that on lock.
9, did I say 9? Yeah, 9 divided by 3.
That's only 3. So we've
All right, there you go.
boom done. So
Yeah.
you and I have collectively done 3.5 years of podcasts, and they've only done 3 years of podcasts.
Yeah.
Scrubs.
Way to go.
Cool. We did
Their
it.
episodes are twice as long as ours.
That's true. We didn't factor that in. It makes things a little tricky.
It does.
Let's not worry about it.
I won't.
Okay, good.
But still, no, it would be the other way around. That's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Because we'll do this after them. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna retire because it's their jobs.
Oh,
Because
true.
it's not our job.
We're locked into this.
We don't have to stop,
Yeah, that's true.
and we won't.
The government makes you stop doing your job at 65.
Yeah.
I see it. That's smart of us not to do it
Yeah.
just for a job.
Okay. I got a little article here.
Oh, good.
Chateau de Verteuil.
Oh, the House of the Rising Sun.
Or Verteuil, I guess. The Chateau de Verteuil is a historic building in Charente, France. It dates back to 1080.
It's
It's a good definition. And has since been extensively rebuilt, although 12th century walls remain. Okay.
It's fun.
The chateau has always been the property of the La Rochefoucauld family.
Okay. The fucking Roach family.
Yep. During the 100 Years' War, The chateau was occupied several times by the English. It was demolished in 1442, but was soon rebuilt using the original stones.
What?
It's kind of fun.
How do you do that?
You just, like Lincoln Logs or whatever.
So it's built out of stones in the first place. That's our house is built out. Stones are just bricks for nature, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if when they say stones they mean bricks.
Okay, because that's what threw me off. Like I'm picturing like nice smooth stones. Stop playing footsie with me, Johnny.
Sorry.
You're you know what
Like
I'm picturing?
river stones,
Like
river
rocks.
rocks.
Like if a giant was going to skip a stone, he would skip these stones.
Okay.
I'm picturing.
Sure.
That's bad for building.
That is bad for building.
So that can't be what they mean.
Who's to say?
Was it just big slabs of stone? Like what's it called? Bryn Mawr? What's the name of the
Bryn Mawr? Yeah.
hedge stone? King of the hedge. What's the name of the thing? What's the thing? Hedge garden. Stonehenge.
Hedge garden. God.
Sometimes you just got to throw some sketty at the wall.
Is this something?
Okay.
Stonic the Hedgehog?
Stonic the Hedgehog is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. It could be something.
Okay.
I wish we could get some supporting like other puns or something to help it out, Like if Tails rhymed with druid, that'd be perfect.
Okay,
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Sure.
But it doesn't, so that's not a good one.
Okay, I see.
But I think Stonic the Hedgehog is definitely not nothing. I think we all agree. You've seen Stonehenge.
No, in person? No.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
They don't let you get too close unless you pay for it. And if you get too close without paying for it, you're going to pay for it.
How close can you get if you pay for it?
Still not as close as you'd want. You'd like to get up in it.
Yeah.
No.
You can't?
They don't let you do that.
Well, I don't know if I will.
At that point, then it's like, well, who cares?
I'll just look at a fucking picture.
Right. Am I going to be 200 feet away or 100 feet away? Either way. Yeah, right.
No, I want to touch it.
I'd love to touch those stones. There must be a way to touch them.
What's the most sort of mystical thing that you've touched?
Wow, I love that question. I'll say this. There's a building in Chicago. I don't remember what building it is. Maybe it's the Tribune Tower.
Okay.
And on the outside of it are a bunch of pieces of other famous buildings that are sort of just like stuck on it.
What?
Have you seen this?
No.
It might not be the Tribune Tower, but I think it is. And so you can go around and it'll be like, this is a piece of the Great Wall,
What the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah, straight up. And so I went around and just looked at all the pieces and I touched all the ones that were interesting to me.
That rules.
It's super rules.
So that must be the most powerful building.
Wow, I didn't think about that. It's also really tall. I wonder if they do ceremonies there. Yeah, I've heard 9/11. We're recording this on 9/11, so I guess we need to talk about it. I've heard 9/11 happen, and it was a mega ritual.
What?
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't really go into it other than I'm just giving you enough to whet your appetite and go find out the research for yourself.
I don't need to.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
So like maybe if you gather power stones from all across the world.
Is the Tribune Tower the infinity tower?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about here.
Okay.
What's the purpose of it? Is it for rituals? Is it for what else would it be for? It has to be rituals. Is there anything else you would need stones for? No.
Keep your hot air balloon from going too far.
Okay, so you're saying maybe the Tribune Tower is a giant hot air balloon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't disprove that.
That reminds me of this book that I read as a child, and by read I mean looked at the pictures because it's a picture book. What's it called? I think I've talked about it on the show before. It's the Mysteries of Harris Burdick.
Okay. And it was a picture book?
Yes.
That's a very grandiose name for a picture book.
It's because all the pictures are, there's like in the front there might be some sort of I found these pictures in like the abandoned home of what, like there's a bit of a narrative.
Okay.
But they're all like very detailed pictures, and they're like kind of grayscale, black and white.
Are there captions under each one?
Yes.
I have read this.
And
I know what you're going to say.
Oh.
Is it a picture about a stone coming back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a picture of like a stone being skipped on the water, and it said something like, but despite his best efforts, the stone came skipping back.
Yeah.
That's all it says.
Every picture it's just like a weird picture and then like a spooky ass caption.
Yeah.
There's one.
Hell yeah, dude. I read this in like 4th or 5th grade, and our teacher assigned us each a different picture to do a writing prompt on, and the story you wrote had to include that phrase.
I did a theater camp once, and we wrote a play based on the pictures.
Awesome.
And then Stephen King uses one of those pictures as like the cover of one of his books, or maybe one of his short stories.
Cool.
It's the one, the house that's like a rocket ship. I think he uses that one. But then there's one picture, the one that sticks with me. I actually don't remember the picture. I think it's the one with like the kind of bump under the rug.
Okay.
There's like a lump under the rug and a dude like holding a chair trying to hit it.
Okay.
And the caption just says, 3 weeks later, it happened again.
I love that.
It's so good.
Yeah, because it can mean whatever you want it to
Yes.
mean. Yeah.
And they're just like cool looking pictures.
Yeah, slightly spooky pictures, slightly spooky captions, and together they make it pretty spooky.
And the pictures and the captions are like fairly incongruous.
Sure.
Some of them. I guess the stone one isn't. But it's just kind of like, what could this mean? What is this?
Yeah, and it's like it's sort of like House of Leaves for children, because House of Leaves is also like a collection of found things.
Sure.
What a crazy thing we both read and both remembered right now. I haven't thought about that since probably I was in 4th grade.
I feel like I must have. I think about that book all the time.
That's interesting.
That reminds me of another book that was just a picture book. It was called Tuesday.
Okay.
And I read this when I was in like kindergarten or whatever.
Okay.
And it's like the clock like strikes midnight.
Okay.
And then all of these frogs on like lily pads just like float up and like fly around. It's just them like flying through cities and stuff. And that's it. That's the whole book. It's just like these toads on lily pads like flying through like all of these weird places. And then like the book ends. I guess there are maybe some words. And the book ends and it's like, you know, the last thing it says like, it's Wednesday. And then like a dog is flying. You know, it's like so weird. Yeah.
How bizarre.
Yeah.
What does that do to children?
I don't know. Fucks them up real good, apparently.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe that's like what determines whether you pledge a fraternity or not, is whether you read these weirdo books. You know what I mean? Like, was your whole life changed because you read this weird picture book and it made you start thinking about weird shit?
I don't know. I don't know. I think about this all the time. Like, why I like weird shit.
Yeah. Something influenced you, you know?
I don't know.
Oh, I'd love to know.
The thing that I keep sort of going back to is the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World, because we went to Disney World all the time, and the Haunted Mansion was my favorite ride, and still is, because it's the best ride that's ever been.
How old were you when you rode it for the first time?
I mean, 2, 3, you know, not so young.
I remember riding it for the first time when I was like maybe 5, and I didn't know what was I didn't know we were going on a ride. Okay. I thought we were just standing, because I didn't understand how the lines worked, I guess. Sure. And we got into the ride, and it was, I don't know if it was actually too spooky or not, but I decided that it was.
Too spooky.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I just was like, no, I'm not doing this. And I just was like crying the whole time. And I don't know if I even saw the ride or, you know what I mean? Like, I was too busy crying maybe. But now here I am, and I love all that kind of spooky shit. Like, was that what it was that did it to me?
Think of how much spookier you could have been if you had...
if I loved it?
If you had gone on the ride, yeah.
Well, I did go on the ride.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I cried through the whole thing. I don't remember any of it.
I see.
So that's what I'm like. Did it scar me so bad that it flipped me around? And you know what I mean?
Yeah. There are many paths to get spooky, I guess. Is what you're saying. I
guess I'm saying there's many paths to get spooky.
You could love it or you could hate it, and in the end, we're all gonna be spooky.
Yeah, that's I think what I'm saying, Johnny. And there's nothing you can do about it, and it's coming for you no matter what. Don't go to sleep. Don't stay awake. You're done. You're dead. Could you name a current basketball player right now?
Does LeBron James still play?
He does. Okay. I figured you would say that.
What about Joakim Noah?
Joakim Noah?
Joakim Noah?
I don't think he plays.
Oh, he was a Gator though, right?
He was. That's how I know him.
What about... Fuck.
I mean, I can't do too much better.
There's fucking gotta be one more. 90,000 dudes play basketball. I can't name 3. Jesus. And I can only name one that actually still plays. Shit.
What if I said Dwayne Wade?
Yeah.
What if I said Boz Scaggs?
No.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.